Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is still in the hospital after going into cardiac arrest during Monday night's game against the Cincinnati Bengals. The latest report, though, is good. Hamlin is now off his breathing tube and is able to communicate with family and teammates. His situation is raising questions about how medical personnel should handle situations. Our Desmond Matthews went to a local school and a medical office to find out how emergencies are handled on the field. He joins us in the studio.
That's right, Andrea. I talked to the Columbus High School head football coach and a medical professional about how they handle situations when players get injured. Injuries will happen in any sport, but they say they pay attention closer to football to ensure the safety of the athletes.
We love the game of football, but football is a violent game. But life is priceless, and we just can't take it for granted. We could be here today, gone tomorrow.
That's how Columbus's head football coach Joshua Puffis felt after watching what happened to Damar Hamlin on Monday. Puffis says he knows that injuries are a part of the game, but just like getting players ready for game day, he practices other drills with his team.
We'll have it scripted into our practice where a kid gets hurt real bad, and the coaches, we have one coach that's designed to make the cell phone call to the emergency personnel.
Many medical personnel have spoken about Damar Hamlin's incident and how coaches and medical professionals handled it. While some feel like Hamlin was treated in the best possible manner, there's a big gap between the pros and local sports.
High schools in Mississippi, high schools do not have the funds or resources that the NFL had, and people cannot question. I feel people cannot question the procedures that they did that happened that night, because they invest millions of dollars in player safety.
In Mississippi, coaches are required to know CPR, and teams have to have an AED kit with them as well. Some schools are fortunate enough to have ambulances at games, but smaller rural areas have to do what they can.
You use the resources you have. A lot of times, we have orthopedics that may come out and volunteer their time, or family medical practice people come out and volunteer their time. So we use the resources that we have there with them and work together as a team to make sure that for the best outcome of the athlete.
Walt Wilkins, the director of the sports medicine program for Northeast Mississippi Medical Center in Tupelo, says he and his staff cover 12 high schools during the football season. And while each school has its own protocol, he knows.
Using 6 P's, proper prior planning prevents poor performance. So if you have all that in place, it makes it run smoother.
And Coach Puffis says that even though he and his team have had these safety measures in place, the Hamlin situation just reminded them to always stay prepared.